there in the market. Who knows? They probably may or may not, want to play with each other. So I think we could definitely see that happening. The other team is the Seahawks. Now, I don't know how credible that is. I think it could happen, but I would lean less at the Seahawks. What do you think AB is going? Jets definitely have the money. If Jets get both AB and Bell, look out. Green Bay, good pick. 49ers is on everybody's guest list. You're right. Send AB to Seattle to help out Russell. Shout out to Miss Girly Girl, New Max Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Colts looking at Bell. Yeah, they've been linked to Bell all season, really. I don't think the Jets will go after Brown. Remember when the coach was in Miami, he got rid of difficult personalities. If the Jets want to win, here's my thing. What do the Jets want? Do you want to win, or do you want to continue to be the dumpster fire of the NFL? What is your focus? That's what I want to know with the Jets. I don't care. It's Antonio Brown. You throw the ball up to him, he will catch whatever it is. So I don't understand what the Jets, if that's what their thinking is, I don't understand. I think you'll know if Bell holds out until AB is signed. Jets win, never happened. Laugh out loud, says Vince. Okay, here's some other suitors for AB. Now, this is kind of second tier. Texans, remember, they no longer have Demaryius Thomas, so they could definitely use him on that team. Titans, Raiders, where I could definitely see him. No, I'm not going to say definitely because I don't know what Gruden's doing, so I would actually scratch them off the list. Bills, I hope he doesn't go there. That is no man's land if you go to the Bills. The Cardinals could be a possibility. And the Panthers, that's kind of your secondary list there. Then you got dark horses. The Rams, if the Rams somehow get AB, which I don't know how they'll be able to do that, but if they somehow get AB, you can punch their ticket again to the Super Bowl. The Eagles, I pray to the good Lord that does not happen. I do not want to see him in an Eagles uniform. The Chargers, well, I could probably see that happen. The Redskins and the Lions. So those are some potential spots right there. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the BS3 Sports Show. If this is your first time tuning in, you can join in on the show chat room by creating a profile. Go to xsquadradio.com or Spreaker if you have the app. Create a profile and join in on the conversation. I will definitely give you a shout out. And then here's some teams that are highly unlikely. Saints, Falcons, Jags, Dolphins, Bucks, Vikings, and Broncos. And then absolutely no chance teams are the Patriots, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Chiefs. I don't see the Cowboys making that move. They have their internal people to sign. I don't see the Chiefs making that move either, even though it would be great to see Patrick Mahomes and AB on the field at the same time. I don't see the Patriots doing it because AB is not going to take any type of discount at all. And the Giants, because the Giants suck, so he's not going there for that reason. And also you can eliminate the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals. They're not going to trade him to a in-division team. That's just not going to happen. Nobody knows what Gruden is going to do or is thinking, says Galloway. Now we're talking Eagles and AB. No. A-Trap says, hey, they're the Jets. They fired a coach for losing and hiring a coach that was losing. Exactly. Exactly. The New York Jets, the New York football Jets who cannot figure out anything. All right, so those are some spots. The Steelers won't be franchise tagging Le'Veon Bell, which means he is free. He is free to roam about the country. He does not have to worry about being traded or being tied to the Steelers any longer. He posted a tweet basically saying, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I cannot wait to see Le'Veon Bell play this year. I cannot wait to see, and I think it's going to be some great football. And I hope that him and AB get on the same team so we can see them tear it up together. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we will talk some AAF, Alliance of American Football. We got NBA. Also, we have a new statement games for this Saturday for Warriors versus Rockets. So stay tuned. You're tuned in to the BS3 Sports Show right here on X Squad Radio.
We all hate when we have unexpected car problems. Well, I am here to tell you about a viable solution. Bay 11 Auto and my man Melvin. You have emission problems? Brakes need changing? Transmission slipping? Is your car just driving sluggish? No problem is too big. I live on the other side of town and I drive over an hour to a guy that I trust. Melvin is honest, dependable, and definitely not in the business to break your pockets. Come see the Squad official mechanic Melvin at Bay 11 Auto. You will be glad you did. You can reach him at 1455 General Arts Road, Conyers, Georgia, or 404-295-5715. That's 404-295-5715.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cujo Goody with the Goody Mo B. Yo, check it out. Dungeon Family live performance at the Fox Theater, April 20th, 2019. Here's your chance to win 2 free tickets and a dinner for 2. All details are at www.xsquadaffiliate.com/contest. Man.
And yes, that was a commercial by Cujo of the Goody Mob. Shout out to Kesey with the connections. Thank you for tuning in. DJ Knox coming in the building. Kesey with the connections got one of probably the best drop of the whole X Squad being in existence right there. That's Cujo. So that's xsquadaffiliates.com/contest. Go to the website so that you can sign up, get a potential opportunity to win tickets to the Dungeon Family concert or dinner for 2. So let's get into Alliance of American Football. We got games on tap for Saturday and Sunday. Arizona Hotshots at the Stallions, Memphis Express at the Orlando Apollos, Birmingham Iron at the Atlanta Legends that are 0-2. The Commanders, the San Antonio Commanders versus the San Diego Fleet. We have 3 0-2 teams, Stallions, Memphis, and Atlanta. We have 3 2-0 teams, Arizona, Orlando, and Birmingham. And then the 2 1-1 teams, San Diego and San Antonio, are 1-1. So the NBA is back. Shout out to my pops for tuning in. Thank you. But the NBA is back from their break. We had 2 games, or we had a variety of games last night, but there's 2 that I want to touch on. The Lakers. The Lakers beat the Rockets 111-106. LeBron has said his intensity level is activated for the playoff push, activated earlier than in previous years. No surprise there. LeBron is ready to go. He is ready to make this playoff push to get these Lakers in the playoffs, which I think they will get into the playoffs. Barely, but I do think they will get into the playoffs. No doubt about that. Also, James Harden doing his thing, continuing to dominate, not just play well, but he is continuing to dominate. He has now scored 30 points in 32 straight games, the second longest streak. So, man, big ups to Harden, man. He's continuing to do his thing. And whatever it is, calls are not being called, but he's continuing to do his thing. Also, the Warriors beat the Kings 125-123. Draymond Green comes out and says, be on the lookout for a Warriors-Kings rivalry coming soon, which I agree. You got former players, one former player in particular, Harrison Barnes. Also, you have young talent with the Kings. Like, don't count out the Kings. This year, I would say you could count them out. But going forward, this Kings roster's got a lot of young talent. I think they are very talented, and they have a shot to do something in the future. And yes, Vince Wright, breaking news, R. Kelly has been charged on 10 counts. 10 counts. That is, first of all, that's a lot. Second of all, it's a sad state of affairs. It just really is. 10 counts on aggravated criminal sexual abuse. And the only thing I want is the truth. That is it. Forget everything else. I want the truth to come out. That's it. Kings could still make the playoffs, says Courtney. Where was LeBron activated all season? R. Kelly's going to prison, says Courtney Harden. This time around, I think he's definitely going. And Surviving R. Kelly obviously had a major push in all of this happening. Kyrie Irving. You know, we all kind of got up in arms when Kyrie called and talked to LeBron. But Kyrie says he just did this to address the situation and to apologize, but also just to really clear the air and move on. He says, well, I think that, it was a very, very strong individual to replay a lot of the experiences that you've had. A lot of anger that you've had built up. When you didn't address the situation, you allowed it to fester, and then it just combusted. It came out, and you realize, like, hey, man, I didn't have to deal with it the same way I dealt with that. I didn't have to go about it the same way. So when he in a gist, what he was saying is that he was just apologizing and that was it. So he can move on with his life. And I commend him for that, because a lot of people, even ourselves sometimes, we get so angry that we cannot apologize, that we won't call and tell someone, I'm sorry. We won't call and say, I could have handled that differently. So this was just an apology, and that was it. We kind of got all up in arms, me too. We got up in arms about, well, maybe they want to play together again, but it was just Kyrie apologizing so that he can clear his head and move on with his life. So big ups to Kyrie being the bigger man, being a man. I think that's a part of being a man. Apologizing, accepting what you've done, being accountable, and being able to say when you were wrong, because we're all wrong. Nobody's 100% right. That's if you are, or if you say you are, that's false. Period. Other news coming out, Space Jam 2 is on deck. July 16, 2021, starring LeBron James. How many of y'all are going to go see Space Jam 2? And honestly, I really don't go to the movies as often, but I might